That looks like the guy from 8060 over there. How you doing, Greg?
Hi, Mark. How are you?
All right. I look like the guy from 60, right?
I look like I'm the guy from 80.
Right, right. So what's going on? How you doing? I see you got a
Fine.
jersey on. You must be feeling better.
Yeah. Another. I had jersey. I had it. I didn't wear it. Let's talk about some things, huh?
Sure. I'm ready. Ready when you are.
Okay. What I was very proud. I mean, very proud as an American, as a Greek American, etc., of Joe Biden. What President Biden did this week
Oh,
to go to Ukraine, to go all those hours to do that, and
yeah, to show the support.
I cannot believe there was we're a nation of immigrants, and I cannot believe that there's some immigrants who don't think who are against.
Well, there's some people.
Or some people are for Russia.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, I know. It's a head scratcher. Right?
When the parents, grandparents came, my parents came, my brother came, my wife came. And just to see that, I was so proud of being American, what they did.
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't understand how you can be for Russia. Shame on everybody.
Right.
Who's that?
It's obviously an ignorance to the history of the world. It's a complete and total ignorance to what this means in the bigger picture. And some people are just elected to be contrarians, where they're just going to take a crazy view no matter what. And this is an example of it, because that's a really crazy view. Yeah.
I had a debate. I can't wait till I see this guy again, because I want to go at it with him. Because he said, man is from the Middle East. I'll just say that. Nice guy. Mm-hmm. But I was telling him, I was saying something, and he says, well, I got my view is, he said that Putin was afraid of NATO, and to me, NATO is a positive thing. It helps it helps the countries. What he's doing, I was thinking of this today, what he's doing, Biden, is what Truman did.
How so?
Well, the Marshall Plan, when this is over, there's going to be big things in Ukraine and be opportunities for companies to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That'd be
a great point.
Another thing I'd like to say, thank you to the jury for R. Kelly and his 30-year sentence. Thank you to the jury for Harvey Weinstein for his 23-year sentence.
That's good. Yeah.
The only problem I have is should have been sooner.
Right. Yeah.
What takes so long?
Yeah. Right. It is crazy that it takes so long, and also that I guess it's an example of wealthy, powerful men can keep their thumb on the people they're oppressing, and that's too kind of a word.
If you don't mind, instead of saying wealthy, powerful, how about wealthy, powerful people?
What did I say?
Well, wealthy, powerful men.
Okay, fine, but you don't hear women doing this stuff.
Yeah, I know, but
you show me a female Harvey Weinstein, or a
I don't have anyone.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. All right. You got a little Andy Griffith, Matlock, and Dick Van Dyke diagnosis murder all rolled into one. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's your favorite detective, like in film or television history? Who's your favorite? I think I know who you're going to say.
Give me some options, will you?
Well, I think Columbo.
Yeah, I like Columbo.
Yeah.
Kojak.
Oh yeah, Kojak.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for those like mid 1960s dragnets with Jack Webb. I love those.
what would he say? Just the facts? No, was that him?
Just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something. The other thing I'd like to say, I had high hopes. I still haven't. I don't know all the intricacies, of course, but for the Prince of Saudi Arabia, I thought he would be a new person and enlightened all over everything. Everything would be
Who are we talking
maybe
about?
I'm in La La Land.
Yeah,
And what happened is, um, there was a tweet regarding the prince's decades and princes regarding the prince, and the man has been spending so to spend decades in prison now. So,
you're saying the guy who criticized
yeah,
Al Almadi, is that his name? Al
yeah.
Almadi or something like that?
Almighty, like the guy that was the guy who
He killed Khashoggi.
said the tweets.
Yeah, but he killed. No, I mean, I don't know why you would have high hopes for this guy, the
I had
prince.
help for the prince.
Yeah, but he
Because
killed Khashoggi, the journalist.
Yes. I was just going to say that. I thought still had high hopes because I thought he would be a turnaround, modern
I mean,
society.
he
You know how it
realized,
really is. There's a difference though between what he's saying and also how people really are there. And
yeah,
as far as
exactly.
but I thought it would be a new beginning. Like
So after he had him cut up, you thought that he would turn over a new leaf?
I thought he would be like the Gorbachev. I'll say this: the Gorbachev of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay, right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been great. But that's a good analogy. That we're looking for something like that.
Yeah. I got.
What jersey is that? What number is that?
Randall Cunningham.
Oh,
12.
12. Okay. All right. I got you. Very cool. All right.
The other thing I'd like to discuss before we get to some sports is, as you know, this is the 80-60 rule, and I am 81 now. And a very good article in the paper, a headline, Retirees Lost Millions to Romance Scams.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Not surprised.
It is roughly scams this year from adults 16 in 2020 was 139 million scams.
Yeah.
A poor lady here from my hometown outside of Philadelphia, I know the area.
Wow.
A guy describes himself as a Norwegian doctor working in Iraq and called himself Tony. They started talking.
He's a Norwegian doctor working in Iraq, and his name's Tony.
Yeah. She gave him some $39,000 in gift cards.
Oh my God!
It devoured her savings, her late husband's life insurance, her pension, and her income from Social Security, leaving her destitute. That is shame. That is something.
Did they nab the guy? Did they find the guy?
No, I know. I don't say it.
He's still on the run. Wow.
So there was nothing they could do. People are all targeted because people are lonely. Unfortunately, they're lonely, and there's evil people out there. If people want to go,
it's a bad mix. It's a perfect storm of a bad mix because, like you said, people are lonely. More and more people around your age group are computer savvy now, right? Because we're all getting, the days of grandpa and grandma not knowing about the computer are over, right? Because we've had that much time
for most people.
And then also, yeah, right, exactly, for most people. You do all right. What are you talking about? And then what I was going to say is, and then the just the fact that there's bad people. Because of the internet, they can contact them easier than they ever could before.
Yeah.
Used to have to be a phone call, right? I'm talking years ago. Now it's,
This is terrible for people to do this.
Spam is just.
If anyone has Netflix, there's.
Wait, are we changing subjects?
No, Netflix, Dirty John and Dirty John Betty.
Oh, okay.
Same thing about a guy. He says he just came from Iraq. He was a doctor from Iraq.
Yeah.
Never was a doctor. He would show up oh, here I am, and all that, and you gotta, I think to minimize that, you gotta make sure your children know what's going on. Your children can't be in the dark that you're not that you have a boyfriend or something like that, because the
Well,
children are wise to this.
you're, yeah, so you're talking of about elderly people. Let your kids know that, hey, this guy wants $35,000, right? Is that
Yeah,
okay? Should I do it? Yeah.
yeah,
Run
yeah,
it by them first to get their
yeah, yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
Or if not them, then your grandchildren. They could probably
yeah.
figure it out.
Exactly, exactly. Let's not talk about talking some sports. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All right. Baseball's coming up. Things
Yeah.
are looking good for baseball. I think people are
Yeah.
looking good about the bag, the bases,
The new
and the time.
rules.
It was. I just listened to it. It was like 2 hours and 25-minute game, something like that. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to throw all of my summer body clock off because I love baseball and I like watching like an earlier game and then a little time in between. And then I kind of go to bed with a West Coast game because I'm in the Midwest. That's going to be different now because those earlier games are going to finish earlier, you
Yeah,
know. So it's really going to be interesting because they've tested this out over 8,000 minor league games. So this isn't like they're just, going to see if it works. It works. There's definite, condensing of the game.
yeah, yeah. I see. Uh, it's I see the Phillies. My Phillies looking good. Expect them to be in the World Series
Yeah. Right.
with a good team. So
Yeah.
let me
Who's
see what else we can talk.
uh,
NFL. Go
oh,
ahead.
okay. Go ahead.
You can tell there's not rehearsed here that way we talk.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
NFL.
That's fine.
Focus on the draft. The draft is exciting to me. That's
Yeah.
like another season, isn't it? Huh? How
Yeah.
the NFL can market all these things
Right.
into a spectacle, a spectacle, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not just, it's millions of people are into the draft for the NFL. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a big, big deal. So,
yeah, yeah. Then you got March Madness coming up.
yeah.
I enjoyed March Madness and the NBA playoffs. Two things I like our listeners to think of something. What sport, baseball, football, basketball, whatever, does the umpire have to be? Did I tell you this before, Mark? And all that?
No,
Does
no.
the
Sounds
umpire
new.
or referee have to be really, really on the ball? Let me just do that. One friend of mine says baseball because that ball's coming 100 miles an hour. You've got to make a quick decision. Now, I just talked to a referee, a college referee, basketball referee, and I just asked him. I was see somebody today, and he says to me, one of it could be an out of bounds play, like to make a decision out of bounds. It's tough.
Yeah. You talking about NFL?
No, basketball.
Oh, in basketball.
He
Okay.
said it would
Yeah.
be an out of bounds play in basketball. That
Yeah.
could be one of the tough decision. The other ones you got videos and all that, but out of bounds, your ball's like this, and whose finger is it? Mine or yours?
Finger. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
some thoughts on that. Maybe we can bring it up next time, huh? Too?
All right. Sounds good. Let me just throw in my 2 cents real quick. It's got to be hockey. Talk about, hockey. You got to be on the ball or you're going to get hit in the face with a puck. So, you got
Yeah,
to.
that's safety, huh? That's not that's
Well,
safety.
you just said the umpire. The guy said the baseball because the ball's coming in at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, but you got.
And hockey, yeah.
Yeah,
But
hockey, it's coming
hockey,
from every which way. What?
no, I understand hockey, but it's what could be the problem with hockey? The puck didn't go in. The puck.
Yeah, right. Because with all the new angles that they got, everything is you can get the truth. There's no more
Yeah.
ambiguity. So now they're really watching the offsides like that. Years ago, the goal was definitely a goal. Now it's always okay. He scored, but were they offsides? Because they're going to review it. So I'm just saying for safety, but for close calls, yeah, it's probably what you just said.
I watched a couple hockey games this week. It's interesting. What exciting, like where you could get a goal with 3 seconds left or something like that. That's really pressure. That's really
Yeah,
that's exciting.
yeah,
And one being a Chicago Chicago Blackhawks, the puck came in like a half a second
yeah.
after the game was over. You could see it right away.
Right, right. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool in basketball too, when the backboard lights up with that border, you can
Yeah.
tell if the ball was in.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
always
yeah,
cool. Those final
yeah,
shots at the
yeah.
buzzer.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can about this. Maybe people can, our listeners can give us their input about
Comment down below.
referee. I mean, to me, I would think like pass interference in football,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
charging like in basketball. Sometimes you could see if he's standing there. That's a charge usually.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? I'd love to be a soccer referee because I'd give a red card and kick them out to all those guys who fake injuries. Every time one of those guys fell down and rolled over in pain, screaming, I'd kick them out.
I'm enjoying this conversation, Mark.
Me too. Me too.
And we better wrap it up. Okay.
Yeah. Right. We don't want to overstay our welcome. So you're right.
Yeah,
We should wrap it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Leave
yeah.
on a high note. So, all right, Greg, that was good stuff. I love it. I will talk to you again soon, right?
Right.
All right. And thanks, everybody. Please subscribe if you can.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Any comments are appreciated and welcome. That's double negative, but